Well guys, it's a special day today. What are we doing today, Lockie?
We're going down to the coast. I'm going to give away $1,000.
Really?
Yeah.
Who to?
To the Red Kidney Bus Foundation.
That's it. Because you guys got us to 1,000 subscribers. I've got the date here.
Everybody, we're gonna be leaving at 7 o'clock in the morning.
Anyway, we're going down to meet Vicky. Shush up. We're going down to meet Vicky from the Lions Club at Robina, and they are the organisers between all the fundraising for the big red kidney bus for Queensland. So we're going to head down and give them our donation from our 1,000 subscribers. What do you reckon, Lockie? Good day ahead.
Yep.
Well guys, welcome back, Prado 150 out of here. So we are all the way over in Robina, is that right?
That's right.
To visit these guys from the Robina Lions Club. So back in September 2022, we promised our viewers that we would give or donate $1,000 to the Robina Lions Club for a red kidney bus. And so we got to our 1,000 subscribers. So here we are. We thought we better honour that, and we just want to say thanks to all you guys that are watching our YouTube channel. Thank you guys for subscribing. We've got a bit more than 1,000 subscribers, so that's awesome. So the background is, if you want to watch some of the other videos, we've got some on the red kidney bus in another state, and that just gives you an idea of what it's all about. But here we are. We're just going to go and introduce you to the guys from the Robina Lions Club, because we've just been having a chat, and they've done an awesome job in getting this bus almost up and running. And what's been about a 5-year journey, about the time that Shelley's been doing dialysis herself. And as you know, just in talking to these guys, they have had, this is a close thing to their heart, and obviously Shelley, she's doing dialysis. So without further ado, we'll introduce you to these guys, and they'll give us a bit of a rundown on where it was birthed and the history and where we're up to right now. So we've got a few Johns here, I believe, is that right?
That's correct.
This is one of the Johns?
I'm John Clark, I'm the president of the club, also part of the committee for the kidney bus.
Awesome.
Bernadette Allen, part of the kidney bus program, but also VP2 for the club.
Awesome. And we've got another John, I think it is.
I'm John McIntyre,
Hey,
chairman
John.
of the project. Have been for the last five and a bit years.
Yep. And then we have Vicky.
Vicky Clark, and I'm the secretary of Robina Lions Club, and I'm part of the committee as well.
Awesome.
And then
Now I reckon the best part about donating some money to these guys is going to be the food. So John, we won't forget any names, John. So John, what's your role? What's your title in the Robina?
Well, my role is chairman of the Big Red Kidney Bus project.
Yep.
Have been for just over 5 years now.
Yep.
And I took it over in November 2017.
Yep.
It was a 2-year job that we were going to do, but we've had a few difficulties in that time.
Yep. So Vicky, you're the person that we've been talking to.
Yes.
Probably a lot before we met today.
Right.
So what's your role in the Robina Lions Club?
I'm actually the secretary of Robina Lions Club, but I'm also on the committee of the Big Red Kidney Bus as well.
Yep.
So
how did this all come about? When did it come about? And I know you've got a bit of a vested interest in it.
It probably started about 5 years ago. We went to a Lions convention down in Echuca, Victoria, And while we were there, they had the big red kidney bus, the Victorian bus down there. And a lady did a presentation on the stage about dialysis and about the bus. And I was so enthused by the whole thing when I heard it, because my mother was on dialysis.
Our Lions Club went down to Echuca in 2016.
Yep.
And there was a multiple district Lions meeting there. There's all the Lions from Australia were there.
Yep.
And the big red kidney bus from Victoria was there.
Excellent, yep.
And Vicky, our president's wife, her mother was on dialysis.
Yep.
And we were able to get the club interested in raising this as a project for the club. We took it on, and district approved that we took it on as a project, and we've gone from there. Now,
And I know what a hard road it is for people that are on dialysis and have kidney disease. And it's so difficult if you want to get away, or just even for a weekend or a few days. Your life is just so tied down by dialysis that I thought the bus was just such a wonderful thing. So I found out all about it, and then I took the project back to our club, told our club all about it, and our club decided to take it on as a project. So that's where it all started, from there, from the very beginning.
Now you've got, is it your mum?
Yeah, my mum, she's passed away now.
Okay.
But yeah, and also another thing that's happened since we've been involved with the Big Red Kidney Bus, we've got to know a lot of dialysis patients.
with the funding, we've managed to get the funding, but Kidney Health were having a few difficulties with COVID and etc. And the change in management, so we managed to get the funds. We achieved our target, but unfortunately we were unable to put it on the road because we had difficulty with the renal side of it, getting the nurses. The hospital system in Queensland is a lot different from New South Wales and Victoria. And that's where the hurdle came in.
So everyone, this is the big red kidney bus right behind me, and once we get to 1,000 subscribers, we're going to donate $1,000 to this cause for Queensland, because they don't have one. So here we are. Here it is in person. And
The bus originally,
It came from New South Wales?
the
They
bus
had a
came
bus,
from
the actual
Victoria.
bus.
That was the Victorian bus,
Yep.
and they had it there at the convention, and we were allowed to go on the bus and have a look at it and see how it worked. And it's just such a wonderful concept when you see it, to think that people can actually go on there, have their dialysis. Actually, one thing, one of the district governors that was at the convention, she was actually on dialysis, so she came from another area in Victoria, came and had her dialysis while she was actually going to the convention. Now, if the bus hadn't have been there, she wouldn't have been able to go to the convention because it goes for 4 days. So she went and tried it for the first time, and she thought it was wonderful. But it's been like a long process. It's just little bits we've got at a time. We've had money come from dialysis patients. One lady made up a raffle and gave us all the proceeds from that. It's just gone on and on and on. Mainly just little things we've done. And then also we got $100,000 from Lions Club International, which was really great. So that was a big boost. We've had quite a few grants. A few companies have come on board and given us money. And it's gradually started trickling in bit by bit by bit. And we ended up raising, I think, really about $310,000 eventually, which was pretty amazing. For us, even now we look back and think, wow, we did that.
We do that,
Yeah, I know. Yeah,
So there is a bus in Queensland?
there is a bus in Queensland now.
Yep.
It's actually up in the bus company. It's waiting to be refurbished.
Okay. And where did that bus come from?
That came from Sydney.
Okay.
It was actually the old Sydney bus, and we actually had one donated to us originally, but that was taken away due to the Lismore floods. But this one's come from the old big red kidney bus in New South Wales.
So it was a kidney bus?
It was a
Yeah.
kidney bus,
Yeah.
but it's a bit smaller, I think, than the one they've got now. But it will do for now. We can at least start with this one, and then eventually we're hopefully going to have a bigger one. And but this one will be plenty big enough for what we need. So and that's up at the bus company now.
And what's where are we? Where are you at with the bus at the moment? Like, you said about it's getting refurbished. Is it?
Yes,
is
it's
that the
going to
stage
be
that it's up to?
refurbished, and what happens is the bus company go in, they completely strip the whole bus, all the walls, all the floors, all the windows are taken out, all the engines taken out, all the cabin things underneath go out, and the whole thing is just rebuilt from the ground up. It's a big project. It takes 20 weeks from beginning to end to do it, and then eventually once it's all the walls are back in, the floors in, they have at the front they have a cabin for the bus driver, and up the end that's where they have all their supplies, and then they have the 3 chairs in the middle, and the patients come in there, have their dialysis. They have a TV there and they can watch TV or iPads. They also have air conditioning in the bus.
Got onto the hospital, and the hospital have agreed to, through many of our contacts, they've taken it on as a project because Queensland Health is split up into not just one sub-area, it's got 15 areas. And getting all those foundations together was a difficulty. So we've finally got the Gold Coast University Hospital on side, and they've taken it on as a project. It will be the bus is currently in work. It's the bus that was replaced in New South Wales, and we've got it in work now, and we're hoping to get it on the road by April. By then the nurses would have been trained up and trained to the standard we need, and the bus will initially be used as a renal bus, of course, but for respite care, and it's people who want to come to the Gold Coast will be able to use the chairs in the bus, and the bus will also service the people who are on home hospital dialysis at the moment. They will be then trained up to use home dialysis. So that's where the training comes in for the nurses and for the patients, and there'll also be chairs available there for the patients who need to come to the Gold Coast.
Yep.
For Gold Coast, and then eventually we want to get it to Sunshine Coast and further afield. So that's taking it on from there.
So you had to have a little bit of a direction change to get the bus, to get a bus up and running.
We couldn't call it. Holiday didn't seem to go down very well with Queensland Health.
Yep.
Respite was okay.
Okay. So the bus initially is going to be used to train dialysis patients to do their own dialysis.
To do their own dialysis at home, yes.
And train nurses.
That's correct.
And if there's any seats available,
there will be seats rostered on that bus.
Yeah. For anyone that's on holidays on the coast.
If you want to come to the Gold Coast.
Yep.
And it's going to be in a number of locations. The first one we hope will be around here.
Yep.
But we've had difficulty getting the site, but we're getting there.
And how many seats or beds?
There'll be 3 chairs on the bus.
Yep.
And it'll be 2 shifts per day.
Yep.
So that's 36 per week.
That's right.
You got to get in the selfie, Dad.
Just needs to be in there. Both of you?
John.
Chloe, you come in a bit.
Yeah, I'll come over in there. That way it's all you guys there. And then Michael could come in.
You want to go?
Are we shaking hands yet? When are we shaking hands? Hang on, he's got to...
Well, guys, this gives us great pleasure. We're very excited that we are able to donate $1,000 to this absolutely wonderful cause, and for the bus. And we've also got another $200 because one of our subscribers gave us $200 to donate to you as well. So we'll get that sorted. So thank you.
Thank you, Michael.
Thank you.
behalf of the club, and I wanted to say thank you to all the subscribers and all the people that donated.
Awesome.
John Clark, President of Robina Lions Club. I've been a member for 20 years.
Wow, okay. All right.
Okay, so originally Vicky's mum, as she probably said, was on dialysis. So 5-6 years ago now we went to a convention down in Melbourne and they had the big red kidney bus there. When we came back, Vicky was so keen about the idea that she said to me, oh, we should take it to our club, which we did. We went in and said to them, this is a project we'd like to start and we'd like to go ahead with it and proceed with it. And they agreed with it that we go ahead. So next step was to take it to our district. Now in Queensland you've got 4 districts, so we went to ours and said we wanted to run this project, and with the club doing it and not the district, we virtually only had to answer to ourselves, but we were still under the control of the district with all the funding. As you realise, with Lions, 100% of what we actually collect must go back to the community. We can't keep any of the money for ourselves. So once we had that going and our district was behind us, we went to Probus, Rotary, and we had a small 3.5-minute video made up of the kidney bus and what it was all about and what the project was about. And it's sort of just grown from there. We went to a lot of our own Lions clubs and we do presentations, Vicky, myself, John and Bernadette, and it's just grown from that. That's where it started and that's how it's gone from there. We have actually had a big raffle, which we did. We received grants. We actually got a grant from Lions Clubs International. We asked for $67,000 US. When converted over, it came to $100,000, 320. $100,000, 320, yeah. So that's how that worked out. And the rest of it's been just Lions Clubs have done different things, different functions. People that are on dialysis, there's a lady up at just a bit further up the coast there, and she actually ran a day, and that money went to the kidney bus. So it's just actual people that with kidney disease want to make this program happen, and they're happy to come along and help us. As with your group today, giving us $1,000, I said that's all, you know, to go towards the whole project. Yes, well, with New South Wales and Victoria, they only have one health department that runs the whole show. Here in Queensland, we believe we've got 15 different areas. So to get the kidney bus up and running, you couldn't just do it with just one area. So we've had to wait and try and organise it. Kidney Health couldn't arrange a clinical partner to help us go along with the project. At one part they wanted to pull the pin, but we've gone ahead and kept on pushing and pushing and pushing. And we've actually got Gold Coast Hospital on board now, and they're actually really, really keen to go ahead. So the bus at present time is up in Brisbane at the people that do the refurbishment, and we hope to have it on the road and ready to run by April, the end of April this year. Well, what it is that at the moment, because of the situation we're in, the bus is going to be stationary probably at the Gold Coast for about 12 months. But in that time, people can still come down to the Gold Coast and have their dialysis, or else if someone from Cairns wanted to come down here to visit family, the people that from the Gold Coast would actually go up to Cairns and have their place up there. So, and it's also going to be used as a training facility for people that are on dialysis that can do it from home. They're going to be able to train them up how to do it and how to treat it and do it. And that'll take pressure off the chairs as well. Because at the moment, that's the big thing. There's kidney disease is actually getting worse as is diabetes, and they just haven't got the facilities to service it all properly.
I'm Bernadette Allen. I've been at Lions for 7 years, and I'm currently retired, but I'm also the vice president, or the second vice president, which means that I look after projects and manage and are accountable for a lot of projects.
All right.
I didn't have a lot to do when I was thinking of retiring, so I took on being just a member of the team for the Big Red Kidney Bus. So we'd meet at John's place a lot and organise what our next fundraising activity would be, what we wanted to do, how we could best get this bus on the road, and go attend the meetings with Kidney Health Australia and talk to them.
You're a bit of the brains behind the list, you know, you're...
No, not at all. Not at all. We just make suggestions. So when you have a suggestion, you just speak up.
Yep.
And so trying to have the bus at the Gold Coast show, the bus didn't end up coming. Kidney Health couldn't get a driver up, but at least we were at the Gold Coast show and could, show people about the kidney bus and everything like that. So just doing little things out of the box.
And so you've been with the Lions Club for 7 years. This has been going on for 5. So why the red kitty bus?
I actually have a cousin who's in southern New South Wales, and as a teenager she required a kidney transplant, and prior to that she was quite ill. And as a teenager, I didn't really know a lot about it. But when I mentioned in a family context, I'm thinking we're looking at this project about the kidney bus, and she goes, yes, do it. And then she told me all about her being a kidney transplant, and it's still successful.
Thank you.
It's a great project, and that's all, I'm happy to have a great project that I think can help people change their lives.
And have a bit more freedom.
Yeah, give them freedom, give them opportunities. I would hate to be a person that couldn't travel because of my kidney disease and having to restrain the whole family as well. And that's hard. Or you get left at home and the family have to go to a wedding or something like that because you're not able to do it. So that's really what I want to see people together and travel and enjoy it, even though they've got kidney disease.
Yeah, stop doing your pants.
Right. It's been a great pleasure to give you a certificate for the work you've done on for raising funds for the Big Red Kidney Bus. And thank you for all your efforts.
No worries, thank you very much.
Okay.
I appreciate your
Thank
being able to know what you're doing for us.
Right.
Yeah.
No, thanks, John. Look, from a husband side of things and going through with Shelley, what she's going through.
Yeah, that's right.
And seeing a bus ourselves in South Australia, I think it's the best thing. Like we
Victoria.
just want to.
Need to get
We stayed.
We went to Victoria.
Sorry,
all
Victoria.
over the country and whatnot.
But good to have them anywhere you want to go in
I
Australia.
got the wrong state.
South Australia want to have one.
Yes.
Yeah. Sorry, it was Victoria. We went through a few states to get there, didn't we?
That's right, we did.
But it was great, and I got the videos on that showing how wonderful it is. So and I'm sure that for everyone because not many people know about kidney disease, what these guys go through.
It's a big problem.
And they're stuck. They can't go on a holiday. They have to come back for their dialysis. So Shelley, at the moment, you can only get away for a weekend.
Yep, long weekend.
You finish dialysis on the Friday lunchtime, and back by 7:30 in the morning on the Monday. Occasionally they might stretch it out to Tuesday morning if you're lucky.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah. So we think it's awesome. Bring on some more buses.
Yeah, that's right. Thank you.
Yeah. So, cool. Thank you. Come all this way and not go to the beach. Oh, hello.
Hello.
You made it to the beach, eh?
We did, but it's very unpleasant.
You can't come all this way without coming to the beach.
We looked at the beach, but it's so windy.
I know. Plenty of people here though. Don't know, what's the consensus, everyone?
Too windy.
Too windy for the beach, eh? It's pretty windy down there.
Yeah.
Are you hungry yet? We were going to buy you lunch.
I'm going to buy lunch, but the lovely
afternoon tea.
people supplied us lunch.
So what do you want to do? Want to go and eat somewhere? Find somewhere to eat?
To eat, have a snack.
We get, you know, somewhere
go
by
dessert.
four-ish, then that's kind of
dessert.
I'll buy something to eat.
Dessert's always good. Hey?
No, like 7.
Well, it's already 3.
Got to make the most of it, hey? When
Yeah, I don't think...
when it's nearly 3 hours from home, you got to make the most of it, don't you? The beach is a bit windy down there. What's the matter?